Shalom, shalom, and welcome. Tonight's health class. So, first of all, I'd like to tell everybody why I started these classes. Kids, or they do something that keeps them very occupied all week. And not that I don't have what to do either. As a matter of fact, sometimes I don't have time to eat even. So, definitely, I am also very busy. But as I was driving from Brooklyn at least 4 or 5 years ago to come here to Dickinson, North Dakota, I believe I was divinely inspired to change the way I eat, to change what I do as far as taking care of my body. As my husband taught in a Torah class this morning, that taking care of a person's body is also a spiritual agenda, because in order for you to teach, in order for you to learn, in order for you to do obedience and submission unto the Almighty, you have to have your body fine. In other words, there can't be horrendous symptoms that cause pains, God forbid, and this and that, because then a person cannot focus on the Torah as well. So, if I eat and take care of my body and make sure I eat at certain times every day, which the body has a body clock. It's called the circadian rhythm. And that body clock either controls you or you control it. So what are we talking about? We're talking about the fact that a person can give me 1 second. There's a person who I always call, and I was busy and didn't get a chance. And I want to let her know the class started. Come on, here we go. Okay, so what do I mean by controlling us? In other words, if I eat breakfast every morning at 9 o'clock, my body will tell me it's hungry and wants to eat at that hour. If I eat random times, some people get hungry all the time, others don't get hungry at all. And with this COVID stuff out there, one of the symptoms is that it takes away a person's appetite. So we have to be very careful to take better care of ourselves than we ever did before, more so because of all the, what can we call them, germs out there today. So I wanted to point out, and I do in almost every class, oh, there's Curry. Welcome, Curry. This is a health class, not a Torah class, but you're more than welcome to join. So, Mr. Wesley L. Curry. Okay, welcome. So, whatever needs will be met, and it doesn't have to consume attention and time. For example, if I go to bed at the same hour every night, then at that hour I'll get sleepy after about 3 days. If I make a schedule so that I eat at the same times every day, my body will tell me it's hungry. It will tell me it's hungry at that time, which then makes life a lot easier for many reasons. That's not what the class is about tonight. That's just we can call it a preliminary understanding about health. And then we know that there is a mineral chelator in the atmosphere, which was taught in other health classes, prior ones, where we learn that there was a company called Monsanto out of California, and they made a product that they said was a pesticide for plants outside the house, or farmers that the bugs don't eat their plants, but they patented it as an antibiotic, which is really weird and suspicious. And then later on, they found out that this chemical evaporates into the air, and it goes into the rainwater, and it goes into the, if you buy spring water bottled, it could have it in there. And the chemical name for it is glyphosate. Well, right now, uh, Bayer sold out, Monsanto sold out to Bayer, and they're the load because there are mega amounts of people all over the states now suing that company for that product. But why am I telling you all this? I'm telling you because now that product is a mineral chelator. What does that mean? That it robs people's bodies. Please, Father, may the internet work perfect as Ruach HaKodesh, and not to have any problems with the internet, Father. Please help. I wonder if I have to plug in that thing again. Okay. So, as it's a mineral chelator, I'm getting a message on my screen, but the numbers are going, so it must be still recording. So let's continue on. If the numbers stop, I'll try to do something. Let me see what we got here. Jewish and Israel. Okay. Mr. Wesley, you ever heard the phrase "been there, done that," right? Everything you're telling me, I learned it one time. Health class right now, not a class on Bible. It's the only health class I give all week. So let's get back to the mineral chelator. Minerals are needed in the body in order to absorb vitamins. With the germs that there are out in the world today, we need to take extra vitamin C in supplement up to, and vitamin C is not dangerous to take vitamin C in today's world in order to cure people of illnesses that they said were not curable. So, and I don't like to speak the names of illnesses, but know that I personally take a 1,600 milligram vitamin C in the morning. I take another 400 in the afternoon, and that one in the afternoon comes from, it looks like a cherry tree from Puerto Rico called acerola, and it is a powerhouse of natural vitamin C. Well, in today's world, I think you can probably get it on Amazon, that they have, that they sell it uh, in supplement form. But let's go on. So, one of the minerals with a, well, let me just finish with this. A person should be taking a multivitamin, a multimineral, and eating healthy. Beware of these fast food places. They buy the cheapest oils and the cheapest garbage, and they're not kosher either. But like in Israel, they have a kosher Burger King, I think, or McDonald's, whatever. But it doesn't mean because it's kosher it's any healthier. So let's get back to what we were focusing and studying on today. And that is, for example, the mineral called magnesium. Magnesium can be consumed by green leafy vegetables. You can get it from nuts and almonds, cashews and Brazil nuts, and seeds. Now, the interesting thing is that most nuts and pistachios being the one with the strongest ability, pistachio nuts have a very high level of melatonin. Therefore, through the melatonin, they put people to sleep. So if a person has a child that gives them a hard time to go to bed, they can take or give the child a glass of milk, give the child nuts, give the child, there are different foods that are high in melatonin. Let me see if I get through my notes here to find that. I'm looking for one other person here that I wanted to share that the class has started. Let's see if we do that. Here it is. Now, class on YouTube. Now, there we go. Now, let's continue on. Dry beans are another way to get magnesium. Magnesium is magnesium, as it's a mineral chelator, and the body needs minerals in order to absorb vitamins from the food, or as it's a mineral chelator, and the body needs minerals in order to absorb vitamins from the food or supplements. So we obtain, sustain, and maintain a certain level of minerals within us. So one of the minerals is magnesium. Another mineral is potassium. Potassium is an electrolyte. In other words, it balances the liquids in the body, and it works when we eat like a banana, which only has 400 milligrams of potassium, which the body needs about 1,400 a day. Then we have to eat more bananas or get some supplements or find a way. Now, with a mineral chelator in the atmosphere, some supplements or find a way. Now, with a mineral chelator in the atmosphere, it could be that some of it is consumed by the chelator. So we have to be very conscious and careful that we are consuming extra in order to have a correct balance. Now, when people eat, salt is also a very necessary nutrient in the body. The best salt to use is called Himalayan. It looks pink and it has minerals in it. And there are natural spring waters, carbonated spring water that's natural. And those natural spring waters have minerals as well. Let's see if I find that bottle. Oh, I think I finished it. Husby, could you bring me a green bottle? Oh, here it is. And it's empty anyway. It's going to need filling. I use this one. It's called the Mountain Valley Spring Sparkling Water. And it's a natural spring sparkling water. So it comes naturally with minerals inside. And if you don't like what looks like seltzer, what you could do is put a little bit of sweetener and some lemon juice and make like a bubbly lemonade. Either way, it's also good not to drink that until the end of a meal. Why? Because at the end of the meal, it will relieve if a person overate. But if they drink it during the meal or before, it'll make them eat more, because the bubbles will cause the stomach to begin the digestive process ahead of schedule. Also, the stomach needs acid in order to make digestion. Therefore, all these alkaline liquids and things are definitely not good to consume when a person is trying to digest food. And there is a body produces less. betaine hydrochloric acid. As the body produces less, it would need a supplement. That is what makes the body produce the acid that the stomach needs to make proper digestion. So let us go on. And betaine hydrochloric acid is also an anti-aging substance, which is fabulous for many reasons. For any person who might be in the audience that has gout or knows a friend that has gout, so there is a video on YouTube by a Dr. Ken Berry, and he put in a video how a person cells naturally of gout in 24 hours. And some of the things he mentioned in his video was pineapple, because bromide in the pineapple. And people should know that pineapple, oh, welcome, Jennifer. And pineapple is also good as a pain reliever. It's a natural pain reliever. So instead of taking an aspirin or something, if God forbid a person would have a headache, the best thing is to have some pineapple. Interesting. So they're also recommending any kind of berries and a mixture. He said guaranteed to mix celery seed with black cherries and consume it. And he said it was a guaranteed remedy for gout. If you know anybody who has that, this is a natural remedy for that. So I brought into class today a few different agendas to teach. And as I know Jennifer's there, I definitely want to get to the melatonin. So it would be great if I could find the notes on melatonin. Let's see. But I do know, and I do have the computer here. Let's see if it'll tell us. Hey Google, what foods have melatonin?
I found 15 on the website thesleepdoctor.com. What foods contain melatonin? Here are the first 3. Milk. A glass of warm milk is a well-known and common sleep remedy, and for good reason. Pistachios. Many nuts including cashews and almonds contain melatonin, but pistachios have a higher amount than the others. And tart cherries. Do you want to hear more?
Yes.
Okay, here's 5 more. Fatty fish, rice, goji berries, oats, and mushrooms. To see the whole list, follow the link I just sent to your phone.
Thank you. So, one thing you should know is mushrooms not only have melatonin, but they also have selenium. And selenium is another trace mineral. So it's important, as we were speaking earlier in the class before you came in, Jennifer, that there's a mineral chelator, or a chemical that was produced by a company in California that was supposed to be just a pesticide. It's called glyphosate, but they found out later that it takes minerals out of people's bodies because it absorbed into the atmosphere and got into the rainwater and everything. They even found in milking mothers who had babies. Oh my goodness. Someone just came into the class, and I'd like to share with you that this is a health class tonight, that I don't do a cooking class, no, but there are so many things that we need to know about what supplements are needed, what's necessary in order to stay healthy and not need doctors and pharmaceuticals. Why? Because in today's world, people are money hungry. The pharmaceuticals care more about having money than they do caring about whether they bring people to being healthy. And if a person's healthy, they don't need their pharmaceuticals. So for them, it's not good business. But Maimonides, who was a very famous Torah scholar, said, "Let thy food be thy medicine." And I really didn't understand that as much before as I do now. And I have started learning and have continued to learn all the different foods and what nutrients they have and what to buy and not buy, because even in today's world that it says organic, we still have to be concerned to look beyond, uh, because not everything marked organic is organic, but it's definitely safer most of the time. And there are companies like Dole and Libby's in the cans that they now write non-GMO, beets, carrots, different things on that level. And it's good to buy it in the can because if you don't use it, it doesn't spoil. And with the craziness in the world outside today, it's better to keep backup in your closets. It's better to have much more food than you need just in case. Besides the fact that they keep little by little raising prices. And so therefore, it's much safer to to buy. I buy instead of one, maybe two or three, and I put the other two or three in the closet. And then I call it backup. So if I use up one, I don't take the next out of the closet. I buy one like I only had one. And I keep in the closet what's in the closet. Now, this is difficult when people are on budgets and things. So I recommend that you do this, as we say in Spanish, poco a poco, little by little, because that way it doesn't hurt the budget. And it's good to know that no matter what, you will have food in your home. So I wanted to share some foods, different foods today and what they do. For example, I made a list of foods that make the body produce insulin. Now, there's a lot of sugar issues in this world today around us. And so it's very important for those people to know that instead of diets and this and that, no. Foods that make the body produce insulin are avocados, salmon, almonds, peanuts and cashews, olive oil, sunflower oil, sesame seeds, and oatmeal. So tell me something. Have you ever tried making scrambled eggs or an omelet with sesame seeds in it? Let me tell you what I put in my omelets. I start with a little. Hey Google, the health benefits of turmeric.
On the website healthline.com, they say turmeric, and especially its most active compound, curcumin, have many scientifically proven health benefits, such as the potential to improve heart health and prevent against Alzheimer's and cancer. It's a potent anti-inflammatory, may also help improve symptoms of depression. They say it's safe to take up to 8 grams per day, but my recommendation would be somewhere on the lighter side, 500 to 1,000 milligrams a day for the general population, says Hopsiche. For optimal absorption, try taking with heart-healthy fats like oils, avocado, nuts and seeds, she adds.
So I want to add something to what he's saying. That is, when you combine it with black pepper, the black pepper enhances the nutrition and sufficiency of the powerhouse side of nutrient. Watch. Hey Google, the health benefits of turmeric with black pepper.
Combining the spices magnifies their effects. They may reduce inflammation and improve digestion, particularly in supplement form. People also ask me, is turmeric with black pepper better? Want to hear the answer?
Yes.
On the website umassmed.edu, they say, with just 1/20th teaspoon or more of black pepper, the bioavailability of turmeric is greatly improved, and turmeric's benefits are further enhanced.
Excellent. So there are various things that I've learned in the past month that enhance the production of collagen in the body. One of them if I'm not mistaken, the vitamin C and vitamin D3, but also MSM, which is sulfur, is another needed nutrient for the body, which causes the body to produce more collagen. So as a person gets older, collagen is not produced as abundantly, and that's what keeps the elasticity of the skin so that a person's skin doesn't wrinkle, which is definitely needed as a person gets older. Now, another very, very important nutrient is vitamin B12. And vitamin B12, there are various foods you can get. I personally take a B12 supplement of 5,000 milligrams every morning, just the supplement. Plus, I eat a lot of the foods that have B12 as well. So let's first ask the internet about the deficiency. Hey Google, what are symptoms of vitamin B12 deficiency?
According to Mayo Clinic, symptoms are rare but can include fatigue, breathlessness, numbness, poor balance, and memory trouble.
So, B12 is an important nutrient. So, what foods does vitamin B12 come? Vitamin B12 comes in these foods: liver, sardines, eggs, tuna. In fact, tuna has half of the daily requirement needed of B12. Mushrooms and beef are just some of the foods that have vitamin B12. So these things are excellent to know and to do follow up on, because with that, what's going on here? Oh. With that, a person can maintain and sustain a certain level of health. Vitamin A is a very important nutrient for the eyes, but most of the time, people get vitamin A in a multivitamin. Like I said in the beginning of class, I highly recommend a vitamin, multivitamin and mineral, or take a multivitamin and buy a multi-mineral apart. And these days we're so blessed because in koshervitamins.com, they make them kosher and gummies. So you eat a gummy, it's like eating a piece of candy. Excellent, excellent. And you eat one and make sure you take your multis in the morning because they give energy and you don't want energy when it's time to sleep. Okay, remember what we said, that I personally try to drink almost every night, about an hour or two before bedtime, a glass of milk. Now, if you're going to give milk to kids, put some sweetener in there. A little vanilla works good, a little cinnamon works good, and that way it's yummy, yummy, and tasty, and they'll gulp it with the milk, and it works even better. But in any case, that milk, if they take it down, will cause sleepiness because of the melatonin. Also, you can buy a package of pistachios. If the child likes pistachios, let them eat them with the milk. And any nuts, all nuts, have melatonin, but pistachios have the highest level of melatonin. So let's go on. We have a big list of stuff here. And let me see. The body produces collagen naturally. Bone broth, blueberries, beef, and there's a supplement that I take every day called CoQ10. And that makes the body produce collagen also. Eggs make the body produce collagen. Sauerkraut. So get yourself some kosher hot dogs with mustard and sauerkraut, and you're ready to go. We throw sauerkraut in our salad. And I make a homemade dressing that's out of this world because I have a little baby food processor. I put cloves of garlic, olive oil, and salt. And when the garlic becomes a paste, I put a couple tablespoons of mayonnaise in there. And then you can put various different flavors. Now, cilantro, if you put it in the processor and it blends up with the garlic, it is a detoxer. It will take any impurities out of the body. And or you can use oregano, which is a natural antibiotic. And the garlic is also a natural antibiotic. Doesn't mean you have to be sick to take it. It means that it's a preventative and it will keep you healthy. This is what we want to learn, what Maimonides said. Let thy food be thy medicine. He was a great Torah scholar and he was a doctor, and he had some marvelous understanding of the creation of the body that Almighty God gave us as a car for our soul to ride through this world in. So, I did want to share a few other things in class today. Let's see if we can get some more information. Hey Google, the health benefits of iodine supplements.
On the website webmd.com, they say, iodine's most important role is to ensure proper thyroid function. It helps to regulate the production of the thyroid hormones thyroxine, T4, and triiodothyronine, T3. Getting enough iodine is essential for preventing low thyroid hormone production and hypothyroidism. People also ask me, is it good to take an iodine supplement? Want to hear the answer?
Yes, but I know already. You have to be careful when it's in supplement form. When you take it in...
Sorry, I didn't understand.
No,
but I
thank
found
you.
something related.
Okay.
Do you want to know why do you need to be careful with supplements?
Yes. Okay, he didn't hear me.
Well, I'm still learning. What do we need to fix?
Don't worry, you're doing a great job. I'll let you know the next thing when we get there. Okay? Thank you. So let's go on. The best way to get iodine is through foods. Hey Google, what foods have iodine?
Thanks. All feedback helps.
Hey Google, what food has iodine in it?
I found 8 on the website harvard.edu. Here are the first 7. Seaweed, fish, shellfish, table salts labeled iodized, dairy, eggs, beef liver, and chicken. To see the whole list, follow the link I just sent to your phone.
Thank you. Okay, so we are now going to go on to a chart that I have. First, I wanted to share. Let me see if I get some info on this one. Hey Google, the health benefits of caraway seeds.
I found 7 on the website webmd.com. Vitamin A, potassium, magnesium,
Wow.
calcium, phosphorus,
Wow.
niacin, and finally, folate.
Wow. Okay, so you know what has caraway seeds? Rye bread. Not the without seeds, but the seeds that come in rye bread are caraway seeds. Heard they are mega powerhouses of nutrients. And vitamin A is a very important vitamin because it's what sustains and maintains good eyesight. So we want to make sure we get enough A every day. But let's go on. There are 13 foods high in vitamin K. So what is vitamin K? Let's find out. Hey Google, the health benefits of vitamin K.
On the website hsph.harvard.edu, they say, Vitamin K helps to make various proteins that are needed for blood clotting and the building of bones. Prothrombin is a vitamin K-dependent protein directly involved with blood clotting. Osteocalcin is another protein that requires vitamin K to produce healthy bone tissue. I also found an answer to this question. What are signs of vitamin K deficiency? Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
On the website merckmanuals.com, they say, the main symptom of vitamin K deficiency is bleeding, hemorrhage into the skin, causing bruises, from the nose, from a wound, in the stomach, or in the intestine. Sometimes bleeding in the stomach causes vomiting with blood. Blood may be seen in the urine or stools may be terry black.
Terrible. So, there are various foods that have vitamin K. Broccoli, one of my favorites. I really like broccoli. Cabbage. You know what I do with cabbage? I make in the morning sauteed onion, right? And then I put cabbage in there, mixed vegetables, frozen mixed vegetables, And then I throw my eggs in there and I put some cheese on top. You'd be surprised. And turmeric. There's a lot of good things you can do with eggs in the morning. You can even put that in and then fry them up on top. But cabbage is a very, very, in fact, the Talmud says that cabbage heals the body, interestingly enough. So also, scallions and prunes have vitamin K. Fermented dairy products have vitamin K. And asparagus. It's good to make a habit of opening up a can of asparagus once a month and serving it with your salad. Very good for Shabbos as a special treat, yeah? So cucumbers also have vitamin K and extra virgin olive oil. Soybeans you have to be very careful with these days because unless they happen to be organic or non-GMO, you have to be careful because they were one of the first things that they made GMO. Anyway, also fresh or dried basil, which makes things taste excellent. Or you can even take dry or fresh basil and put it into your salad, the green salad, or into that dressing I was telling you to make. So what happens, you put all that stuff in there and mayonnaise and drop little driplets of water little by little until it gets to the consistency of salad dressing. And then you're going to see how everybody eats up the salad because that's what makes salad good dressing. And if you make it homemade, it doesn't have garbage in it because all these companies that make ready-made dressings put all kinds of chemicals and garbage in there that you don't need. Even the kosher ones, I call it kosher poison. So we don't want kosher poison. We want healthy stuff. We want to take care of ourselves. You know what I mean? Anyway, we're now 40 minutes down the road, and I want to just share a few extra little tips here before we close up the class. And I have a chart here called a nutrition chart. And it says, for example, astaxanthin fights macula and takes out free radicals from the body. And you can get it from salmon. The other things are not kosher. We don't use that. Okay. Then the next thing is beta-carotene. That's the orange part of a carrot. And any green, yellow, and orange fruits and vegetables have it. And it aids in anti-macula, anti-illnesses that they say there's no cure for, Anyway, lutein, also for the eyes, protects against eye disorders and particularly macular degeneration. It comes in green fruits, vegetables, and especially leafy greens. That salad dressing is very important for the leafy greens. Lycopene. Lycopene is tomatoes are famous for lycopene. And it says may reduce macula, heart issues, and more. And tomatoes cooked in olive oil, melon, are the two best and top resources for that. Zeaxanthin is an antioxidant necessary for eye health. Yellow corn, mangoes, oranges or tangerines, and egg yolks. So definitely want to be on top of that. Now, here are some regular vitamins and where to get them from food. Vitamin D, like David, critical for bones and tooth health, and may help prevent autoimmune stuff and other. I don't like to talk about illnesses, but and it's a help to the immune system. Yes, cod liver oil, fatty fishes, egg yolks, and fortified dairy. Vitamin E, like egg, which nowadays they've discovered that vitamin E works as a natural antibiotic. And what also works for a natural antibiotic is echinacea. And that's a purple flower. You can buy it in supplement online. And it is a natural antibiotic from a flower going on. Vitamin K, as we just read, helps with blood clotting, bone formation, and bone repair. And that's leafy green vegetables, green tea, and alfalfa. Vitamin B1, or what everybody knows as thiamine, enhances brain function and energy. Now, I have a very interesting supplement that's made with vitamin B1, and it's called benfotiamine, and it also has alpha lymphoic acid with it. And those are two mega powerful health supplements. You can look up any of these things online these days, ask for the health benefits, and you will find out what they're good for. That is a preventative from sugar issues. Let me see if I give you a little more information. Hey Google, the health benefits of benfotiamine.
I found 7 on the website news-medical.net. Health benefits of benfotiamine. Diabetic neuropathy. Cognitive improvement in Alzheimer's disease.
What?
Overcoming alcohol dependence. Benfotiamine. Kidney protection. Anti-tumor potential.
Wow.
And finally, antioxidant properties.
Okay, well, this has alpha lipoic acid with it. So, hey Google, the health benefits of alpha lipoic acid.
On the website healthline.com, they say, alpha lipoic acid has strong antioxidant properties, which may reduce inflammation and skin aging, promote healthy nerve function, lower heart disease risk factors, and slow the progression of memory loss disorders.
Wow.
People also ask me, how long does it take for alpha lipoic acid to work? Want to hear the answer?
Yes.
On the website NIH, 100 milligrams per day, in patients with diabetes and neuropathic pain, concluded that 3 weeks of treatment with intravenous alpha lipoic acid, 600 milligrams per day, led to a significant decrease in reported neuropathic pain. 12.
Excellent. Okay, the internet is having conniptions again. May God Almighty help me to finish the class with no interruptions. And let's go on. We are now looking at vitamin B2. What is B2? Riboflavin, essential for energy and immune support. Cheese, eggs, fish, poultry, spinach, and yogurt have this nutrient. B3, which is niacin, aids in healthy circulation and nerves and lowers cholesterol. Brewer's yeast, broccoli, fights stress and enhances stamina. Whole wheat bread, eggs, vitamin B6 is needed for growth and maintenance and reduces high levels of homocysteine. Bananas, brewer's yeast, brown rice, carrots, chicken, eggs, fish, oatmeal, and whole grain cereals, which is general public usually eats some of that stuff every week, everybody. Folic acid or folate, important in genetic, metabolic, and the nervous system health. Reduces risk of some, um, I don't like to say that either. In other words, it can help out if a lady's pregnant. Leafy greens, liver, asparagus, and brewer's yeast. So if a person's pregnant, they're much better off eating. The body is accustomed to take out, when we go to the bathroom, all excess. So if you take your nutrients through foods, you don't have to be afraid of overdoing anything because the body knows how to handle it. Going on, we're going to finish up with these. Needed for the blood's formation and nervous system health is vitamin B12. And kidneys, liver, transmission of nerve impulses, supports brain function. And in these days, I thank the Almighty boron in the supplement because boron is a very important nutrient as well. Boron is necessary for bone building, cellular energy, and enzyme function. Boron, B-O-R-O-N, is in apples, carrots, leafy greens, raw nuts, and whole grains, and it's necessary for bone building, cellular energy, and enzyme function. Calcium, which happens to also be a mineral. Remember, there's a mineral chelator. So calcium is another important nutrient that we have to make sure our body has. And it's essential for strong bones and teeth and healthy gums and balances the magnesium in the body. Interesting. Where do we get it? Calcium comes from dairy products and leafy greens and sardines, interestingly enough. Chromium. Now, I know chromium is chromium picolinate, and it helps glucose metabolism and enhances energy. Yeast, brown rice, meat, and whole grains. It also comes in supplements. Copper is a trace mineral, also very needed by the body. It also comes in supplement form as well. It helps build blood cells, bone, and collagen. There's another collagen builder, copper. You can get copper from meat, nuts, seafood, soybeans, and whole grains. Maybe we'll save the rest of this list for next week because we're about 8 minutes left in the class and be finished for this week. So, if anybody would have any questions, Jennifer, you have my phone number. If you want to give me a quick call and ask any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them when it comes to vitamins, minerals, foods, you name it. But we have to start being not about how good it tastes, but about whether our body has a need of that nutrient. And there are other things we can do to pep up the health immune system. And that is, and you can look it up online in YouTube, grounding or earthing. Write it down, grounding or earthing. Those used to be years ago that people went barefooted outside. So when they did that and they walked in the grass and on the sidewalk, there's an electric current that comes from the earth that went into the body. You know, the heart operates on electrical current. So what happened is it would give the body what it needed of that electrical current to continue um, processing and refurbishing and everything it needed to do. So in today's world, rubber sneakers and shoes with rubber bottoms stop that electric current. So there's one good thing they did, and I think you can even get it at Walmart, Amazon, or whatever, and it's called an earthing pad. And it's pretty cheap. I bought mine for about $20, I think. And I keep it here underneath where I sit at the computer. And as long as I have either socks on or barefoot, I put it where my feet go when I sit in my chair. And the whole time I'm in my chair, I'm charging my feet. And it is a very big, what can I say, that God uses it to keep people healthy. It's a conduit or a keli for good health. So I highly recommend looking into earthing or grounding pads as well. And make sure that you do your best to buy only non-GMO and organic when it comes to fruits and vegetables and grains. And a lot of times these days, we have to buy it online in order to get it. When I was in Baltimore, I was shocked at the fact that they had very little in the area of organics in the fresh foods and in the frozen worse freezer department that has broccolis and fruits, everything frozen organics and good prices, thank God. So with that, I'm here anytime you need me. If you have any health questions or if anything is confusing to you, please allow me to help you straighten it out. Look back, we have like 40 other videos that were uploaded on our channel. They all have different numbers. Sometimes the numbers are not exactly right because I forget to write down the number I used from last week. But they're all very helpful in teaching different aspects and perspectives in keeping healthy, you and your family. So with that, we are now 55 minutes and 56 seconds, 57, 58, 59, 60. Okay, now we are 56 minutes down the road. So I'm going to leave it here, and I hope you enjoyed the class. And I highly recommend green tea, by the way. Whether you get it in supplement or you drink real hot tea, green tea, consume it daily. It is a powerhouse, boy. Let's just ask more questions. Hey Google, the health benefits of green tea.
On the website healthline.com, they say, the bottom line. Many studies have shown that green tea extract can promote weight loss, blood sugar regulation, disease prevention, and exercise recovery. It can also help keep your skin and liver healthy, reduce blood fat levels, regulate blood pressure, and improve brain health. People also sometimes ask me, what are the negative effects of green tea? Do you want to hear the answer?
Yes, I never saw any negative. Go on.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Yes. Okay. I guess God didn't want us to hear. In any case, if you're drinking green tea, you're okay. If you're taking a supplement, only take one a day towards the morning, and you'll be fine. And there are various things that are very, very strong in the area of health. And little by little, every week, we try to share them. Like I said, look back at some of the old ginseng is another one that's phenomenal. We'll see if maybe we bring that up next week. And I think we got it all. So I want you to have a great week and hope to see you back in the Health Crow at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Is it 6:30, husband, that I go? You 5:30, me 6:30? It's Monday. Here 3:30, there 5:30, right? Husband's 5:30, and I'm 6:30 Eastern Standard, New York or Baltimore. Okay? I always just give one place not to confuse people, and then you can take it from there to adjust it however. So if you come back into YouTube tomorrow on at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, you'll find me here. Sometimes I'm a few minutes behind, but I'll be here. Anyway, we wish you blessings and goodness, happiness and joy. I thank all those who have come to, and I pray you have a fabulous, blessed new week of health. And with that, shalom, shalom. Hope to see you tomorrow for Torah.